All right, guys, very slow afternoon today. The SPY has pulled back for a few days now, but underlying, it feels a lot weaker than this chart of the SPY looks, and you'll see in a little bit when I go over the watch list for tomorrow, a lot of bounce plays. So you'll see a lot of stocks that are pretty beaten up over the last week. But first, let me highlight a couple calls. UAVS. And I said this before I left today. I wasn't able to trade after hours. I got home, looked at my charts, and didn't look like there was a lot of action in after hours from what I was seeing. But maybe you guys caught one. I don't know. But UAVS in pre-market, what I said was before I left that extended hours has actually been better trading than regular session lately. So anyway, let's kind of zoom in on the pre-market. And that's the gray area here. And Graham in chat, we were stalking this one this morning, and it called it on this pullback. The low of this candle was 248. He called this right around, which these are 5-minute candles, but if I had twos up, you'd see it was right mid twos buy zone, retesting the earlier high, right? 255 right there. It breaks out. A lot of times you get that retest. He called it twos buy zone right around VWAP. And I think I got filled at 251. And it was off to the races from there. And then if you count after the open, it went from 251 all the way to 488. Great heads up by Graham. Employed everything we teach about, buy zone pullbacks coupled with VWAP and retest of an earlier high. That's a great grab right there and a great post by Graham. Let me get after hours off of there now and show you SOUN because I want to give Ramesh a little hat tip too. This is the opening candle today that topped out at 669. He called it over that right here, 670. And the part of the reason was because yesterday's high was 675. So only 6 cents above the high of day, you had another potential catalyst. So great post by Ramesh. I didn't even have this one on my radar. The 670 takes you all the way to 716, but more importantly, really without looking back on that run, right? So a couple nice calls today. A couple examples, at least. I like to put a couple examples out every day. So anyway, what are we watching for tomorrow? First, if you're new in chat, read that, pause the video and read it. Good description of what we're all about in the room. I'm a day trader. That's what I do. So we start with the daily charts and then we look for intraday setups. Basically, the daily chart shows us stocks that are in play, all right? ENPH is not a pretty chart, but big volume today. The solar's all got a nice pop today. And so this one may have another run in it tomorrow. They're really, really beaten up, right? So I'm going to watch that one. BKSY. Somebody recommended it or something. Somebody famous recommended it and had a nice pop. Maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. Held up pretty well. By the way, I forgot to say the Dow, the NASDAQ was down like 123 and the Dow was down 207. ADGM, biggest volume it's ever had and could have a follow-through day. I think they had earnings. Could have a follow-through day tomorrow. So I want to watch that one. CPRI, really beaten up stock when it turned out the merger wasn't going to fly or the buyout or whatever and really got killed back here. But you might have had a double bottom now, right? Here and here and pretty good volume today. Definitely worth keeping on watch tomorrow. VVPR had a nice headline right before the close. So we'll keep our eyes on that one. UAVS, way off the highs from the day, but it's still got a tiny float, so we're going to keep that one on our radar. MVST, big pop yesterday, inside day today, a possible third day play if we get an A+ setup on an intraday basis. OMER, big move. DJT goes back. Now here come the bounce plays, and you'll see what I mean by underlying weakness in a lot of stocks. DJT, just another red day. It's an in-play stock because of the election. And we got, four red days in a row now, so it could give a nice snapback bounce tomorrow. Again, no trades in it today, but we didn't get a setup, right? LUMN, really nice breakout on this day, and now we're a few days lower on lower volume, so it just stays on bounce watch. No trades in it today, goes back on the bounce playlist. Same thing with OUST, back on the bounce playlist. No trades in it today. DXYZ, massive run. Now we got 4 days in a row, 4 red days in a row on declining volume. Pretty decent setup for a snapback bounce tomorrow. We'll see. Again, no trades in it today because it didn't give a setup. AMN, just really beaten up. Pretty narrow range today, though, so maybe we get a bounce tomorrow. GCT, just another red day. When I have something on Bounce Watch, it's down, into support or oversold, and it's got several red days in a row, and I get another red day. This isn't proper English, but I can't not put it back on Bounce Watch for the next day, right? HIMS really beating up, and this just hit 30.44, and then the bottom fell out, right? But that's a huge drop in 2 days, so we could get a snapback bounce down to some of the moving averages as well. Tesla goes back on Bounce Watch for tomorrow. Had a big breakout. Now we got a few days in a row down, so that one meets the parameters. And ALT, I don't love this one because it's never been a great trader to me, and it broke out right here, but had this nasty reversal and then another red day, but you could argue now it's back down to retesting the breakout spot, so it does go on Bounce Watch for tomorrow. And then Riot, you could probably choose any Bitcoin play, but let me look at Bitcoin real quick while I'm babbling. It sounds like it's down hard, right? Because it's down, I don't know, 4,000 from its recent high. But remember, this just hit 92,000 or something, 91 something today, maybe, actually. Anyway, let me go to the 1 week chart. Okay, so it topped out earlier this week at 93,000. Anyway, it's still at 87,000, right? I'll go to the 1 month chart. I mean, back in early November, this was in the 60,000s, 60-ish thousands, whatever. So it's still up huge, and the Bitcoin plays, I don't really like trading them, but this pullback might be overdone when you look at the price of Bitcoin now. So anyway, I chose Riot for a Bounce Watch. It's back down here in that buy zone between the 8 and the 20 day, but you could probably look up any Bitcoin miner and put it on watch. I'm just going to go with that one. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the pre-market tomorrow, where hopefully we'll work together and put some gappers on watch as well. Have a great night.